Hi, my name is Ella Voorhees. I work for Western Carolina University's Outdoor Recreation Department, and I am here to tell you about Leave No Trace, also known as L&T. There are 7 principles to L&T. Number 1 is to plan ahead and prepare. If we go out in the woods and we don't know what we're doing, we could get lost, we could get injured, we could end up leaving stuff behind that we don't want to. Some ways to plan ahead and prepare are to figure out your route beforehand, figure out the proper equipment you're going to need, come with enough food and water for the amount of time that you're going to be outside, and to have knowledge about the area and how to pack out your waste.
You never touch your poop with this trowel.
L&T principle number 2 is to travel and camp on durable surfaces. This means that we stay on marked trails. If you create a sort of social trail, you are trampling vegetation in between where the trail is already at, and we need to camp on durable surfaces, more clay surfaces or rocks, because those things don't erode as quickly. L&T principle number 3 is to dispose of all waste properly. This means picking up all of your trash, and when you have to go to the bathroom, making sure you're 200 feet away from water sources or trails. Cat holes need to be dug 6 to 8 inches down, and toilet paper in the southern Appalachians can be left in that hole and completely covered up, and it will biodegrade within a couple of weeks. L&T principle number 4 is leave what you find. We don't want to pick up rocks from streams, because those rocks and streams are animal habitats to hellbenders and salamanders, and taking those rocks takes away their homes. We also don't want to be taking pine cones and acorns, because these things contain seeds that give birth to new trees, and we want these new trees to be able to grow. L&T principle number 5 is to minimize campfire impacts. This means having super small campfires only in designated areas with designated fire pits. Make sure it's surrounded by rocks and kept in one area. You also want to consider the weather. If it's windy, it's probably not going to be a great idea to have a fire. If it's really dry, it hasn't rained in a while, and it's windy, it's definitely not a good idea to have a fire. Fires always, always, always need to be completely put out before you leave them alone. L&T principle number 6 is to respect wildlife. This goes for things as little as squirrels and bugs to as big as bears. We don't want to mess with nests or mess with snakes. When we recreate outside, we are coming into their home. We have to be respectful of this. L&T principle number 7 is to be considerate of other visitors. That includes making sure your dogs are leashed at all times, making sure that you're yielding to uphill hikers, making sure that you're being kind, and not playing super loud music on the trail or at a climbing site. Those were all 7 of the L&T principles. If you want to learn more about them, lnt.org is a great resource, and they will give you a lot of specific information. When you go outside, just remember to leave no trace.